Hello, everyone. It is it is I, Tony and Turtle, or Ninja Turtle, the Black Pants Legion. Oh, the Tony and Turtle's the Black Ninja Turtle of the All. So, uh, we have for you today a little bit of stream scuff because I totally didn't forget to change out the Trackamon after making the Trackamon. I would never do such. Therefore, distraction haunts go.
I am the Haunts, and I am here to deliver you these prices. That's
Aha,
right, today, Von Falkenstein's shoe soles, only the soles, not the rest of the shoe, is going to be $29.99.
29
Bids going
$99.
now.
That's an unbelievable price.
Indeed, especially if it's only the sole of his shoe. The sole as in the spiritual soul.
Well, thank you. That's an excellent distraction from the distraction horse. The lint
And,
authentic authentic von Falkenstein lint.
well, Edgauss Lint. Von Falkenstein is trying to buy the soles of his shoes back.
Mm. I will say, when I was in uh so I vacationed in Europe last uh
Mm.
and I learned that the Swiss have a trick where they'll go buy shit in Germany, and
Mhm.
because of like Eurozone versus Schengen like agreements, there's some tax benefit to doing so.
Mhm.
Uh, so I I got to like, well, one is we went like really expensive shit shopping, and then the tax benefit really show. Uh, but we I found this brand of European shit called On Clouds. Uh, the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. The only problem is apparently Europeans have small feet. Uh, because I needed something like a size 14 in like their size, or the equivalent US size. It'll be DQ'd for 2 years. So I have not seen the Formula One race. Uh, this morning was nice and rainy, so I ended up sleeping in.
Yes.
I have not. After after this, I shall I shall have my lunch. Uh, Probably like get shit done around the house. Games for 35 left. That's damn. That's it. That tells me Pirelli picked too hard of a tire setup for the week. So speaking of Pirelli, you like this?
It was smooth like butter.
You know what's not smooth like butter? Apparently OBS. Oh, there it goes.
Hmm. OBS is as smooth as sandpaper. High
OBS
grade.
OBS was like, game? What game? Oh, that game. Okay. Volume is a bit low. All right. Uh, how is that? Oh, that's because this isn't tightened down and keeps swinging away from me. Please hold.
Hold.
All right, that should be better. Maybe.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's better.
because yeah, so I have a mic on a boom, and I don't tighten it down, it keeps swinging towards the natural low point, which is not in front of me. All right, do we want to drift McLaren Artura? No. Time Attack Mercedes GTR Pro. Sure, let's do that. We're gonna Pirelli Hot Lap. That's a bit of a warm up. Bit of a warm up. Yes, United States Grand. Look at those AMD signs. It even knows what processor I'm using.
Does it change it on the basis of what processor you're using?
I doubt it. I think AMD just sponsored this track at this time. Or maybe the race. Because it still has the Crypto.com signs.
It'd be hilarious if you're running this on an Intel.
Intel seems to have completely lost the plot of how to make a good processor.
I remember in the olden days, and by the olden days I mean 9 years ago when I was working at Best Buy, the Intel was the favorable one.
Yep. Yeah, back then.
But I get the distinct impression that has changed.
For the longest time, Intel had the edge in I have to focus here. But Intel had the edge in like just power. Like their chips were more power hungry, but they were also just like computationally more powerful. Better for games and all that. And at a reasonable price too. And then AMD decided that you're gonna make chips that are as powerful as the Intel chips for using much less power. And in the modern day, it seems like Intel is reaching the limits of how much voltage they can push into their chips.
Well, isn't there stuff about like superconductor material and all that wonderful jazz that's supposed to make that like
I think that's more
less of a
quantum
factor?
computers.
Oh, okay.
And we are far away from room temperature semiconductors, or superconductor, I should say. Yeah, room temperature semiconductors.
Yeah, that's one of those things where I'm like, I feel like I've heard stuff about this, but I also know that from time to time people will like talk about stuff in science and say like science says, and it's like, no, a scientific journalist said, and exaggerated.
Scientific, like the actual journal papers are peer reviewed, so they're unlikely to be exaggerated.
Sorry, not like scientific journals. I mean like popular mechanics or whatever. Like, not popular mechanics. You have these articles that'll show up that's like, apparently scientists did this, and it's like,
yeah,
this was written by someone who does not fully understand what's being said. I think I could be wrong.
And like chat just said, we do have superconductors, but they need
extreme cooling.
Yeah, like and we can mass produce those, right? Because they're in hospitals all across the world.
Yeah.
So we are mass producing superconductors. They just require liquid nitrogen. Liquid nitrogen or liquid helium? I think it's helium, actually. The temperatures. Look at this relaxing Sunday drive. Oh man, we got a new follower.
What new follower? Evil Muffin.
Hello,
welcome to WBPL 76, legally defined as entertainment.
Are you not entertained?
We also have a YouTube channel where we keep all of our old content. We are the streaming arm of the Black Pants Legion, so here's our website. And of course, join us in our Discord. It's a silly place called the Auxiliary. Ninja Turtle is our host today.
Yeah. I did a going into deep. That's actually a fun fact. So, Storm, what would you guess is the coldest place in the known universe?
Known universe.
Yep.
I imagine like the outermost sections of deep space away from stars and the like.
That is what people would normally guess.
I assume I'm wrong based on the question.
Yes. The coldest place in the known universe is on Earth. Because the average background temperature of the universe is like 3 Kelvin, 4 Kelvin, which is like 4 degrees above absolute zero. And we have on Earth places like in a lab where we've achieved like a couple of tenths of a degree above absolute zero. So the coldest place in the known universe is on Earth. Weird, fun little fact.
Interesting. Okay, but that's also not naturally occurring, yes?
Correct. Well, that's why I said known universe. In the unknown universe, there might be someplace colder. There could be some hyper advanced civilization that's using like vacuum energy at absolute zero. Which would be colder, and we don't know. So, all right, we got some cash. Oh, that's classy.
Jesus!
What's the opposite of
Samurai,
classy?
you need a hug?
That sounds like the opposite of classy. That man puts the ass in class.
What a class hole.
What a class hole indeed. Alright. This, go this weekend. Oh, tires rotate. Balanced. I'll have one soft, one medium. Start and towards the end. Alright, that should work. I wonder why. This man totally didn't set a precedent for class. An expectation of class. Alright, what do we have? We're getting fucked as usual. So it's gonna rain during the race. This has been an incredibly rainy race season. Like, I think 60% of our races have been in the wet.
In game or in real life?
In game.
It's like monsoon racing.
It's weird. It's weird. It's just like more than half of the races I've been in have had rain in them, which is an absurd amount. Normally, you might see rain in like 20% of the races. So this is a lot of rain, which is screwing us over because our car works much better in the dry. Not great in the rain. Anywho, alright, so the race is gonna start out super wet. It's gonna be dry qualifying. Race is gonna start out super wet, then transition to less wet, and then transition to dry. I would guess we'll probably two-stopper. Start on wets, stop, switch to inters, stop, switch to dries. Would be my guess for the race. But since more than half the race is in wet, I'm gonna need to hide down from the setup. The racetrack will in fact be
Moist.
moist. All right. Checking. Oh, sure is. Yeah, we should racetrack, field management, tire management. All right, we should do this. I don't know if you want really moist chicken breasts, you should sous vide them. All right, race strategy. Let's do tire management, field management.
新しいパーツについて研究開発チームと話をした。問題なくマシンに組み込めて満足だよ。
Keep
うまくいけ
forgetting
ば
that
改
I've
善
set
を
this guy
実
to
感できるは
Japanese.
ずだ。試してみてく
I
れ。
can set him back to English if you'd like. I just
I'm
did
fine
this
with
for a joke, but he's funny. All right, we're leaving Japanese race engineer. And oh yes,
Edgar says he's funny, so we shall accept this.
このプログラムでは省エネ走法に徹してくれ。コーナー手前では早めにアクセルを緩めるんだ。タイムを落としすぎるなよ。
I love the zoomy noises.
don't have ERS. Okay. Billy engineers from Toyota. And the zoomy noises, Storm is the V10, and everyone loves them a zoomy noise.
Indeed. It is a most zoomy of noises.
It is. This is as zoomy as the Formula One cars ever got. Fortunately. V-Tech just kicked in. These cars have electric V-Tech.
What is VTech in this context?
V-Tech is no, I need the wheel. V-Tech is a meme in this context.
あまりいいラップじゃなかったな。もう一度だ。
I mean, yes, it was not a very good lap, I agree. So VTEC is in this context a meme. It refers to variable valve timing that Honda developed for its engines. And what it boils down to is they had tuned their engine to work really well at low RPMs and at really high RPMs. And so what you'd notice when you drove those cars is if you got on the gas, if you like just floored it in a given gear, past a certain RPM, you'd notice a surge in power. And that was called VTEC kicking in, yo. It has since become a meme, of VTEC kicking in, yo, even in cars that don't have VTEC.
I see.
I'm gonna try that one more time.
燃料マネージメントのテストだ。コーナー手前では早めにアクセルを緩め、踏む時も繊細にな。タイムを落としすぎるなよ。
Regulatory. Again, one of my favorite things about WBPL 76, or BPL in general, tangential learning.
You do not the cars.
I have some car knowledge, but very, very basic. I'm one of those guys who I have, you know, a beater of a car, and I know the basic amounts of maintenance for it.
I mean,
And then that
all
is
you
the
need.
price of me having the largest sound system of anyone I know.
That's all you need, you know? Jeez. I'm gonna do that again, because I need to get a hold of this track. Yeah, this is practice in real time. Having a beater, knowing how to take care of it, that's fine. You know? There's no need to get like the newest and greatest.
I'm actually gonna have to replace said beater soon.
Aw, what's wrong with it?
It's begun leaking oil, and it's now starting to have trouble shifting on its own.
Shifting on its own, what do you mean?
Like, as in, sometimes it's an automatic, and sometimes it won't shift gear.
Oh, it hangs at a higher gear, like hangs at a higher RPM before shifting?
Yeah.
Huh.
Which I am told is
What the
suboptimal.
shit? What just happened? This is blank.
Did you have a game explode? Oh wait,
I
no,
don't
just
think so.
loading.
No, that was weird. Game just had a moment. Or my computer just had a moment. Or Windows just had a moment. It did upgrade, so I might need to run WinArrow Tweaker again. I need to run WinArrow Tweaker again. Alright, I'm gonna do more tire management. On the softs. Yes. Another chance to learn the track. You just told me to be careful in corner exit. I'm always careful in corner exit.
Careful harder.
Minutes till rain.
Meanwhile, in Oblivion, think it'll rain?
Fuck that one up.
More on Deep Thoughts with Storm Song. If WBPL 76 was themed around cats, we would call your show the Zoomies.
I mean, yes. I think cats would like racing games.
This is fair.
I mean, we could call it Zoomies, but I kind of picked Shift Happens, so...
Yep. No need to rebrand here and now.
You know... Maybe we could do, like, an off-brand Zoomies if I did racing on a day I wasn't normal racing. Alright, I need to set up my car for the rain first. Yeah. Oh no, someone found a cat girl. It's immediately concerning.
Problems!
Immediate concern. Level of concern is now at concern. If I had half a brain cell, I'd be doing this when it's raining. That's okay. We'll do this again when it rains. Give us a feel for how the track is going to be when it rains.
So I'm playing Into the Breach right now as I watch you play this, and one of the achievements is this is fine, and the achievement is end with more than 5 enemies on fire at the same time.
Well, I think the enemies might disagree with this being fine, but you know, they shouldn't have been enemies if they didn't want to be on fire.
Indeed.
Oh dear. I had a Zbeam. All Ricard. Oof. Every Canadian or every Texan is gonna come after you with a 6-shooter now.
Oof.
Because they just called a Texan track French. This is Austin.
I could see that being a bit of a survival dilemma.
Yeah, it's just Coda. I don't really like this track much because of the number of switchbacks it has. Like that, I don't like the number of tracks that are like greater than 90 degrees or corners that are greater than 90 degrees. Coda is nuts. Still not quite as nuts as Vegas. Yes, I know that wasn't a very good lap. Thank you, It's Engineer, for telling me I was crap. Oh really? They must have changed then. Because when I went to Coda, they were like, you were not allowed to bring your filthy peasant possessions with you. Oh, in Montreal. Okay. You know, Montreal would be a cool race to go to. Canadian Grand Prix. Especially if I could get to, like, troll the Stroll fans. Oh, they're absolutely Stroll fans. Or abreast Nissan Micros. I kind of want to watch that. I'll have to make it a point to go to the Montreal race at some point. I think that's only like 8 hours away from me. Well, 8 hours if I drove. I could probably fly there for less. I can bring some loonies with me.
Let's see what Samurai has posted.
Live,
Live, love, lands. Oh my god. Not inappropriate, but tasteless. Assuming I'm getting the joke right. But I may not be. So, guys, I want to introduce that Lance Stroll has fans, and it cuts to Will Smith. Given that there's always a fear that Will Smith may attack the announcer.
In Canada?
No. It's just something that happened here in America at some point.
Oh, yes. But, I mean, you know. That was an event. Alright, let us advance time. Still dry? No. It's supposed to start with. Well, we still have the. Alright, it is now intermediates. Now let's see what the car's like in the wet, in the rain. With our Japanese engineers still upset with us.
This is normal.
I wish it weren't, though. Oh, this is bad. Flavio Briatore, the man who was given a lifetime ban that ended up being not a lifetime.
Okay, tell me that story.
So, in what was it, 07? Chat will know for sure. But there was a incident where one of the drivers wrecked out on purpose to help his other person, help the other guy on the team win. And
Which I'm guessing is about up there with, like, throwing a match in boxing, yes?
Kind of, yes. The other, so the other part of that is it screwed over another driver who maybe could have won the championship and didn't. So that driver got upset.
2008 Singapore, says Von Holkenstein.
Yeah, 2008 Singapore. But because that was considered cheating, the guy, Flavio Briatore, who's supposedly orchestrated it all, got a lifetime ban for orchestrating it all. And that ban was recently lifted, and now he's again in charge of the team that did the cheating back in 08.
I feel like there may be some people that have feelings about that.
Indeed. A lot of people have feelings about that. If he's the advisor for Alpine, the second Red Bull seat is a very good seat. Very desirable. I feel bad for Yuki. So Yuki Tsunoda is the second driver for Red Bull seat. Oh, poor Yuki. Was it from strategy that he ended up 12th, or was he just that slow? Strategy screwed him over. Alright.
That is one of the things that always blows my mind, and like I fully get it, I fully appreciate it. But just the simple fact that racing does involve strategy.
So Formula One does. Not all racing does. Yeah. Formula One adds it. Endurance racing absolutely has strategy. Like, you know, you're racing for 24 hours. When do you come into the pits? When do you stop for fuel? When do you stop for tires?
Now, I imagine you don't have it for, say, like drag racing.
Not really. All your strategy is basically programmed into the car.
More of an engineering feat kind of thing?
Kind of. Like, for drag racing, the strategy is more about, you can make more power than the car and track can handle. So how do you go the fastest for the given vehicle and track conditions? That'll be the strategy for drag racing. Maybe you're at a facility where
the robots in this game have great lines. My shield has fallen in battle. It shall be mourned.
Oh no. I think endurance racing is also a math problem. They just hide it better than F1 does. Hey, damn, we need to discharge our batteries some. Yes, I mean, I'd agree. Like, endurance is a ton of math, but I did better. Turn. I mean, the car is doing a better job of turning than it has in the past. Still kind of crap at turning. It was great until the last couple of corners. I'm slowly getting a hang for this track.
レーダーには雨雲の切れ間が映っている。雨はせいぜいあと10分ほどだ。
So, wait, are you talking about like the Broadband and Super GT BMW? I think that's it for practice then. And like always, I cannot get a feel for Koda. Well, I mean, he is the Wangelborg, but he's the pride of Ethiopia, was it?
大丈夫か？早くエンジンを切れ。
We have underbody damage, accelerate time, sim the rest of practice. But got a feel for how the car behaves in the wet, and it is better than it used to be.
修理に時間を食ったな。
Then we get to spend the rest of our resource points.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three, who are Sainz, Russell, and Charles Leclerc. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However,
I would love for games to give you like individual obviously this would be absurd or difficult, but individual character by character what language they're in, so you could have two announcers and one's in Japanese and one's in English, and they're talking to each other just like they fully understand what the other one's saying,
like an actual universal translator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. See if we can get this. Nice.
Okay, so as this was a point of discussion, I do wish to ask you, does the term Gauss rifle come from anything actual, or is that more of a sci-fi term versus, say, coil gun and railgun?
So Gauss rifle does come from a scientific term. That means Gauss,
Okay.
which is a measurement of so I want to make sure I get this correct. Because I was thinking Tesla, but Tesla is making a field.
Because I know Carl Gauss was a mathematician, but
Yeah.
when you were yeah, I guess I did. So like destatic the monitor, get the
Yeah,
dust
and
off
I'm
it and
trying to
shit.
remember what one Gauss, because Gauss is a unit of measurement. I don't remember what it is, but Gauss rifle refers to anything that uses primarily magnetism to accelerate the slug.
So would that not be so both coil gun and railgun would fit under that then?
Potentially, yes.
So it's a more general term.
Yeah. From what I've seen colloquially, Gauss, it refers more specifically to coil guns than ray guns. Um,
Oh yeah. Ed Gauss is like, I should know the answer from the top of my head, but I forget. Measurement of magnetic induction, also magnetic flux density. Okay.
yeah. Right. Tesla is the just magnetic field strength. Gauss is the flux. So field strength per unit area is Gauss.
Interesting.
So yes, railgun and a coil gun, because both would use magnetism
induction.
to accelerate the projectile. It's just one of them. For a railgun, all you need is 2 rails, so it's much simpler to make. Even if like those, you have to replace those rails at 5 shots or 4 shots, or versus for a coil gun, to get a really good coil gun, you need room temperature, superconducting coils, and like the switches that they use for nukes, but also superconducting. The switches that can have the same kind of timing that the bomb switches for nukes have, but also superconducting to conduct the energy for a coil gun without like blowing up.
Learning about the self-destructive nature of the current models was rather amusing.
We do have
a
coil
smidge
guns.
terrifying.
There is a startup that's making a coil gun. It is less powerful than I think it's less powerful than a BB gun right now. But it is a pure coil gun.
Yeah. Interesting. This does answer questions.
Yep. All men actions.
Technical question then. So I used the term Gauss rifle, but it could be Gauss cannon or Gauss mortar or whatever you want to call it. Does the term Gauss rifle imply rifling, or is it just using the term rifle as a generic for long gun?
I think the term Gauss rifle was made by people that never considered that question.
Okay.
Because, yes, rifle would imply rifling to spin the bullet, projectile.
Yes. Hey, Wilson, welcome to WBPL 76, legally defined as education.
Welcome. You are about to watch someone suck it up at Coda or qualifying. We are going to probably be last.
I see you already know our Discord, so no need to introduce that, but we are the streaming arm of the Black Pants Legion. We hope you enjoy your stay. Also, visit our website.
Oh yes, the website is also pretty entertaining.
And if you have any questions when you come into the auxiliary, any one of these fine gentlemen here could probably guide you around, and I'm one of the mods there, Stormsong, so if you need any help, just let me know.
Hell yeah. So Gauss weapons I've always associated with coil guns, because you never see someone being like, "Oh, I've fired 5 shots, I need to replace the barrel."
So the railgun is the one that we were talking about that's more prone to destroy itself thus far?
It's not just more prone to, it will destroy itself. There's no getting around that. Even if you use superconducting like materials we don't have today, it will destroy itself.
Okay, so even in like let's say we're doing like high tech but semi-realistic sci-fi,
we'd have
railguns would still.
We'd have coil guns.
Okay.
So the thing is, a coil gun is superior to a railgun in every way. It is technically more complex, much more complex. It doesn't matter if it's in atmosphere or out of atmosphere, you will still have the same barrel erosion. You're going to have arcing between the barrel and the projectile, and that arcing will damage the barrel in a railgun. There's no getting around that.
Yeah. Now that's on the basis of a physical law, or is that on the basis of
It's physical
rules
law.
of materials? Okay.
It's
So even if so, it would be absurd to say like I have insert fantasy material here.
your fantasy material would need to withstand the temperature of the sun.
Okay, adamantite does not do that. So
Like
we are not. Yeah.
like and not just withstand it, just be like not barely withstand it, just be absolutely fine chilling on the surface of the sun with that level of temperature and pressure.
Okay.
So, like in an arc, like in an electrical arc, in a lightning strike, those are the temperatures that are in a lightning strike.
The kind that can glass sand in an instant.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Go back to qualifying. We shall do our best, chat.
I love the mental image of a racing team having this discussion over the radio while the racer's driving.
Oh, if they would, they'd be yelled at immediately. They'd be like, clear the comms, this is for racing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They'd be swatted sternly. Yep. UNC is telling us that Charles was bitching earlier about TMI from their engineers. Falkenstein says, imagine the racer getting in the discussion, though. But of course, that's movie comedy, not necessarily really how the thing would play out. Now, I assume then that a railgun, by dint of the sheer energy it puts out, does put out a more destructive shot, if only once. No? So it's less efficient.
It's less efficient. So for the same amount of energy, so a good way to think about this in like pure physical terms is I have a certain amount of energy, say 20 kilojoules.
Yeah.
I want all 20 kilojoules to go into propelling that projectile to the target. If I'm spinning the projectile, that's energy lost. I'm gaining accuracy, so it's worth it because like it doesn't matter if I have 20 kilojoules, but it's off target, right? So
yeah.
I trade some of that energy to induce stability. If the gun is making a noise, that's energy lost.
Yeah, okay.
If the gun is expelling gases everywhere, that's energy lost. If the gun is arcing heavily, like huge power arcs that are melting the rails, that's energy lost. It takes energy to melt whatever the rail material is, copper, for example. It takes energy to melt that, and that's energy that isn't going to pushing the projectile forward.
Yeah, okay.
So, with a coil gun, especially if you get to a pure superconducting coil gun, you might have some energy that you impart to give it a spin, but other than that, you can put the majority of the energy into moving the gun, moving the projectile forward. The coil guns will be your most efficient for a given amount of energy.
Interest.
Let's put on a new pair of tires. Already
No.
dropped to 8, which is fine. We expect it to be slow. We have a slow setup on. Let us accelerate. It absolutely cooked with.
Booked in the modern, the kids say use of that word, or is there a bit of terminology here?
Nope, it's the modern. We're definitely.
The goose, it is cooked.
Indeed. Our qualifying goose is cooked badly. Oh, we're behind the. Oh, we're just in queue with everyone else. Okay. Let's back this up. Queue on up then. Find a pocket for us to qualify in. Not get a good run out of that corner. I mean,
And then, of course, my brain has to go somewhere dumb.
oh,
Because you're playing a racing game, and that's really the focus here, but we've been discussing electromagnetic weaponry. And then my brain went to, what if, and hear me out,
And with qualifying complete, let's
the
review our
racers
top
are
three today.
riding shells
Leclerc,
lobbed
Sainz,
from
and Max Verstappen.
a Gauss
Goodbye for
rifle
now then,
or a
but
Gauss
really,
gun.
we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out.
what if the
Gauss racing.
Wait, I don't think. What if the shells are what?
What if you're racing shells? Like, you get inside the shell, and you're fired out, and you have to drive the shell. It's absolutely stupid, but that's where my brain went.
I mean, you die when you get shot out of it.
Probably. Sheer amount of
Because,
electricity and
Your
heat.
body cannot withstand that. Just even you can't withstand the acceleration. Body
Well,
would
okay,
be
yeah, there's the
jump to
G-forces.
salsa.
And... Yes. That's one of those things that people really, really don't think about with, like, oh, if somebody fell as fast as Altair does in the Assassin's Creed games, it would imply that you were working in Jupiter's gravity.
I mean, it's it's okay. He's got main character power.
Here we are then in one of the
Yeah.
fastest growing cities in the United States, the fabulous Austin.
Next
in the
thought,
great
Japanese
state of
torpedo.
Texas.
Oh god,
The circuit
torpedo
itself,
racing.
40 miles southeast of the city centre, has been home to the US Grand Prix since 2012, the latest in a long list of iconic tracks to have that honour. It's 10 to the left and 10 to the right. I'm not talking about a line dance, I'm talking about the corners here at the fantastic Circuit of the Americas. Overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and turn 12 at this anti-clockwise 3.6 mile track. but we may well see cars struggle to slow down here today as the wet weather interferes with the low-speed grip. It's time to see how our drivers are... It's not going to be plain sailing.
Let us... We're in P15. How? Oh, okay. Apparently saying that we will need wets the entire way through. I think it's gonna be... I think we're gonna do 9 laps of wet and then switch to intermediate 10 laps. Probably switch to dries. Would be my guess. Near as much fuel.
Skleptius informs us that there was an electromagnetic launch system used instead of steam on the Gerald R. Ford class aircraft carrier. So F-35Cs.
The problem was it was
Falcons G, your last message startled me. Careful, my dude.
well, that started okay.
So are you reviewing footage right now, then?
I was restarting it because people kept running into me. So I'm rewinding time slightly. Only... Hell yeah. Indeed, the shift did in fact happen.
He said the title.
He said the words.
He's the shift happening.
That was me fucking up because I braked. I braked, locked up the brakes, hydroplaned into the back of him. So that was my bad.
It's no good.
That was you wouldn't want the shift to hit the fans. That'd be bad. So the chop block. immediately leads to my demise. I mean, we were talking about Japanese torpedoes, so, you know, I thought, well... Shit, that's German, isn't it?
What?
Stukas.
Yes, Stukas are German.
I'm not gonna dive bomb my own teammate, though.
But, hear me out, it'd be funny.
It would be funny, but...
集中しよう。本番はここからだ。トップ10に入ったぞ。
I think I'm slightly faster than them on the
いくらかエネルギーを消費しよう。
in the
テ
corners.
イクを使え。
But there's still early laps. I want to get too dependent on the like rewind button.
MFD を見て新しい戦略。
Would have thought I'd have had a little bit more front end grip there, but no, I was in fact not having that much front end grip. Yeah, you can see the tires locking up in the front. I need a bit more rearward bias. What the hell? That was weird. The car just said, we spin now.
They spin now? We spin now. The meme has been serviced.
Oh, this is slightly better at least, though this is getting into very spicy levels of braking. Of brake bias.
But I thought you were raised in an environment that helped you handle spicy.
Yes.
Then we are safe.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
理想的な状況だとは言わないが、まだタイヤを変
We
え
are
ることはない
doomed.
だろう。
Alright, we're slowly burning away our fuel. We might need a safety car at this rate. I got cocky there. I had the overtake button on. It's like, give me the energy, and then the guitars were like, low rip. It's funny you think you have grip here. Quick, someone call what's his face?
Ghostbusters!
The 08 Singapore guy.
Oh, the one we were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
この辺りが境目だが、個人的にはタイヤを変えた方がいいと思う。今のタイヤはこのコンディションには合っていない。
Option.
Course clear だ。
Goes out of the session.
こちらとしてはここらでスリックタイヤに変えた方がいいと思う。滑りやすくはなるが速くもなるはずだ。
Oh my god. Alright. So, my race engineer is saying it's time for slicks. How much do I believe him? I think I believe him.
Agreeable.
Hmm. Hmm. So, I might. I'm thinking it's time for slicks. We'll see what happens. We're in the mud anyway. As soon as it dries up, we're going to be terrible. We've got a pretty decent setup.
減速しろ。デルタが低すぎる。ペナルティを食らう前にペースを落とせ。よし、この周回でピットインしろ。 まいちなピットストップだったな。タイムロスが生じた。あとワンストップ。残りはワンストップだ。
Hell no. We are definitely not switching to hards. We're switching to hards.
今のピットストップ
Oh,
は
we're switching to intermediates. Excellent. That's what I wanted.
今のが最後のストップだ。この先ピットストップの予定はない。
Yep, and that's what we were talking about earlier with coil guns. You'd need high temperature, like superconducting coils, and also switches that have the same like degree of timing ability that the current nuclear weapons use.
Yeah.
But hey, we're talking about, a safety car would be nice to save some fuel. A safety car to save some fuel. We are definitely sliding the car around, though. It might be a bit early for inters. Much less, rise.
スローダウンしろ。デルタがマイナスになっている。スピードの出しすぎだ。
Nope, there's everyone else pitting for inters. And we're now in P4. From being in the mud to being suddenly just mostly in the mud. Yeah, it was not gonna last long, but listen, my car is gonna be very annoying to get past because I've got a high downforce setup on. Let's just queue up the mediums for the next pit stop. Oh, we have an extra lap of fuel.
Ooh. For future efficiency, I shall now be merging two of our fans, Von Falkengoss.
Von Falkengoss. Are they consenting to being merged? Did they do the fusion
No,
dance?
this is kind of like that episode of Voyager. Then they're going to be considered one being, and then separating them will be considered, but we're going to do it anyways because we're Captain Janeway.
Kill them all, Janeway. Captain, there's coffee in that nebula.
There's Twitch fans in that nebula.
Well, kill them all. Why would we kill our own fans?
Oh yeah. Never mind, change of plans.
Wait, I wouldn't... Oh, wait, what? Norris, what the hell? Is Norris switching to Dries? What? Oh, Norris was on wets. Suddenly, chat, we are somewhere we shouldn't be.
We're in danger.
We are very much in danger. We're on the podium. This is not gonna last. Okay, my biggest problem with Voyager is they went from, oh, we've already won our first race, though it happened off stream. It was a wet race in Hungary. Safety car. I pitted. The cars in front of me didn't. And so I had fresh intermediates, and the cars in front of me had worn wets. And I was able to pass them on the last lap. Well, okay, so the problem with Voyager that I had, right, was they start with this, like, survival scenario, which is great. Like, you got, what, 30 photon torpedoes and you can't make any more. And then they went from, like, we have, you know, all this, they went from that to, like, oh, we're just gonna build this super advanced, they're gonna make the super advanced Delta Flyer.
Yeah. The show had a lot of consistency trouble, and
like,
yeah.
Where did the materials for the Delta Flyer come from?
They replicated them! Or something.
But why couldn't they just replicate more photon torpedoes?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, is like the show was marvelously inconsistent in its rules. As opposed to DS9, which, like all Star Trek, had some inconsistencies, but largely kept to its own plot. Like, a perfect example of all that, actually, is they build up this thing that's going to happen because of some of the time travel and shit called the Year of Hell. We never actually get to see the Year of Hell. We see bits of it during the episode Year of Hell. But, like, that should have been really what the show was like, is watching this ship struggle to survive. Enterprise, which was very dry and slow, did a better job at showing, at least over the course of one season, a ship having to survive out on its own in the distance. Oh yeah, as a two-parter, it was good. But that should have been like a whole season the way they built it up.
That makes sense. That was meant to be a full season.
Yeah. Because the other problem with Voyager is it has a lot of good individual components. Janeway has, like, some of the best one-liners. And they're always when she's about to destroy an entire civilization. Crashing her ship headlong into the Krenim time ship. Time's up, slams ship into... Injects the virus into the Borg Collective. I bring chaos to order. Yeah. Yeah, and there's individual episodes where she's a great character. But... I also have a theory that somebody was watching a lot of Star Wars as they started writing the cast up for Star Trek Voyager, because there's too many coincidences.
I think Voyager suffered from having Rick Berman ruin everything syndrome.
This is true.
Well, it's worth noting that the first writers for the first 3 seasons of DS9 moved to Voyager, and that's when DS9 started to get good.
Yeah, one of my
Like, exactly.
yeah, one of my theories with Voyager. So like, you start with you don't start with, but you have a scene at the beginning where you have Tom kind of rescue Harry from how he's being treated by Quark at the bar. And like at first I was like, oh, okay, it's a little similar to the whole, you know, Han taking Luke under his wing at the cantina, but that's a stretch. And then there's an ill-tempered, very combat-capable woman, B'Elanna, who starts to fall in love with Tom, the seat-of-his-pants pilot with a criminal past. Okay, it's a little Leia and Han. It's not too much. And then I noticed the relationship between Neelix and the EMH program, and I'm like, that's R2-D2 and C-3PO. That's R2-D2 if he was a creep, and C-3PO. And it just kept happening, and at some point I couldn't stop seeing the cast of Star Wars in the cast of Voyager.
That's fair. Computer end program. Well, that's it, chat.
Oh my god. Oh, that is mean.
Thank you for shift happens with me, but program is ending. Wait, what?
You see, I was just a hologram the entire time.
I had to come to a complete stop.
Why did you have to come to a complete stop? Blackfire Gaming, you win the internet for today. You have proven the justice of our culture. Now go and rest our hero.
Also, we're not going to be able to finish this race on stream, fortunately, because of all the safety cars, and me being terrible.
So I just sent Will the Great that thing you just said, Blackfire Gaming, and it looks like he's about to go off on a rant.
Well, he can come in here and go off on a rant.
Will, come in here, go off on a rant. Oh, it's literally the rant we're discussing. Like, fucking Harry, Tom Paris gets promoted twice before Harry gets one.
Several people are typing.
Yeah, it's several people and they're all Will. Now, did they hate the character of Kim, or did they hate the actor?
Yeah, Riker declined promotions because he was like, well, yeah, it's he was never going to get, like, he wanted command of the Enterprise. He's not going to get command of the Enterprise while Picard's in charge.
Yeah.
So he was get, like, something slower, something less than the Enterprise. So why make that character? If you hate the character, don't make the character.
And yet, unfortunately, that becomes a grim reality of a lot of TV shows, as characters get made that the person hates because they're told you need to have X, Y, and Z. Although, Voyager did... No, it didn't. There was the token kid character.
Like, if you're Riker,
Okay, so they didn't like the actor, but he was liked off screen. Okay. So.
whoa.
The showrunners are not the writers. Yeah. So apparently they did not like Mr. Wong. Yeah, unfortunately, that's one of the things is that somebody could be cool and you get off on the wrong foot somewhere and, hey, Baron Derpshire, are we talking about, well, racing, Gauss rifles and Star Trek Voyager and its many flaws and difficulties?
As I'm somehow... I'm in a position I shouldn't be. I'm in third, and we qualified 15th. Granted, we made up 5 positions on a turn 1 dive bomb, which was unintentional because did you know you can aquaplane in the wet?
Yes.
Oh, just watch. The McLaren behind me is going to come like... Yeah, our tires are stone cold. We need to warm these tires up.
So you're not just zigzagging on for the sillies of it, you're trying to create friction? Or?
Yeah, so if you notice on the right, I don't know if it's actually on stream. It should be in the Discord stream.
It is.
So on the right where it's showing the temperatures, 80 is the ADC is where they should be at. As you can see, my rears are getting warmer. But before I started weaving, they were sitting at like 60C.
Paris willingly married a Klingon. Those are promotions for bravery.
Perez? Perez married a Klingon?
Ilana.
You mean Torres?
Paris married a Klingon.
Oh, Paris.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Perez, who is the guy in front of us.
No, yeah. I mean,
That's
Perez married a Klingon as well.
If he married a Klingon, that's surprising.
There was a moment in our Star Trek game where my character was in the holodeck because he's ended up as the, I guess, the wife partner in a male-male relationship with a Klingon, and not being a Klingon himself, he is trying to figure out the culture. So you have this Bajoran science officer in the holodeck practicing throwing things at his future possible husband, as the husband tries to recite poetry to him. And he feels so bad for it because he feels like he shouldn't be throwing things at him. But that's how Klingons do that.
Indeed. Just ask Jadzia. Oh, wait.
That was a great wedding, or episode, the Klingon wedding episode of DS9.
Yeah, I like the one where they attack the shipyards.
Hmm.
The one where, like, you know, Worf is like upset with that Quark's on the board, and Martok's like, listen, here's how you can be cool about it.
Mm.
Jadzia was, or man, DS9 had so many great, like, characters.
My character's plenty as intelligent. He's just not as wise as Jadzia.
And apparently, I like Esri more than Jadzia too. But the Rick Berman really did not think the Dominion War storyline was going to go anywhere. Well, no arguments there that Berman was an idiot. I shouldn't say that. I have no idea what his
MFD を見て新しい戦略をチェックしてくれ。分かった。了解。
Because there's also such a thing as somebody could actually be a decent writer if left to their own devices, but they have no spine when dealing with the studio or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know Berman's condition at the time, so I can't pass judgment on him. Storm.
Mm-hmm.
I ask you to let me know when I have like 10 minutes left in my stream.
Okay, when do you end your stream typically?
2 o'clock, 2 o'clock Eastern.
Okay, so you have 13 left. I will let you know when you hit the 10 marker. And then it'll be time for Space Bunny and Space Bunny Adventures.
He punched Q in the face and was like, "I'm not Picard." That was cool. And
there's a theory, and I don't know how much I buy into it, but it is amusing that the only reason he was able to actually punch Q in the face and shock Q with it was because he's half Prophet. No, I don't think they had written that in there yet, so I don't think that's the case. I think it really was Q just being surprised. But
Q was surprised because he thought humans would be like Picard. Because the shock of like, Picard never punched me in the face.
I'm not Picard. No, you are much easier to provoke. Which actually does set an important tone for the rest of Deep Space Nine, that Sisko is a lot more of a military man. And a bit more hot-headed than Picard, or even Kirk for that matter.
Well, not just military. He was willing to do what it took.
Yeah.
And like, early on, he has a great, like, soliloquy where he talks about how it's easy to be a saint in paradise, but this is not paradise.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, to me, that is Sisko. Like, to me, the difference between Sisko and Picard is that.
Mm-hmm. Like, well, you do know what some of the major inspiration for DS9 was, right?
What?
So think about the time period when it's being written. The major thing happening in the news nonstop is the Yugoslavian War. The Serbo-Croatian crisis, the ethnic cleansings going on in the Balkans, and NATO getting involved.
Mm-hmm.
The writer has said as much, that a large portion of their inspiration for how they were handling especially the Cardassian and Bajoran subjects was watching the stuff play out in the Balkans. And one of the big problems with the Balkan Wars is that there was continual pressure from, say, like NATO, from the US, from all the involved parties, of, well, you just need to bring this war to an end and find a peaceful solution. And it's like, as if it's that easy for, these people who have been fighting for their lives left and right, with both sides being borderline genocidal.
This might be too much for this channel, so let's not talk about that.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. But it was inspired by some very real things.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it's the fact that that they were very much writing from that very real place.
Okay.
And yeah, so A Saint in Paradise, that speech hits different when you think about that. Or not different, hits harder. It already hits pretty hard on its own. Stay behind Honey Badger, says Pariah Wolfen.
Yep. Ricardo's nickname is the Honey Badger.
Ah. Is that, so these are actual racers?
Oh yeah, no, these are all Formula 1 drivers from 2022. Ricardo is since out of the sport. Perez is out of the sport. Ocon is no longer at Alpine. Leclerc is in. Obviously, Smoke Speedblaze was never actually in. But there was a guy called Scott Speed. Who, like, think about a last name that's, like, meant for racing.
But yeah. Go Speed Racer! Go Speed Racer! That movie was like getting punched in the face with color.
It was a great movie.
I love that movie. More like Nanja. Pity what passes for a ninja these days. Also, I kind of like the double blind they pull at the end, but I won't say anything in case anybody hasn't seen. Because that movie is worth seeing.
Speed Racer is absolutely worth seeing. I don't think there's any cinema showing it again, but it was fantastic. It was such a spectacle to watch.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if you watch it in IMAX, like I said, it was like getting punched in the face with color.
Yeah, that's where I saw it. It was
yeah,
great.
that's one of the few movies where seeing it in 3D was actually kind of a benefit.
Oh, I didn't see it in 3D. This was
yeah.
What did I see in 3D? Maybe I did.
99 times out of 100, 3D is just a gimmick, but that was a case where you could tell they were trying to actually use it. Yep. Also, Susan Sarandon just plays really good mother characters. That character was like super fucking wholesome.
We've had 3 safety cars now. How much time do we have? Good.
Hey, you were at 6 minutes.
Wait, ad breaks on Twitch? Should probably join House of Card this evening. Because odds are you'll get a pair of tactical underoos. They're not underoos anymore, are they? They're hats.
Yes, we get tack hats.
Terrible. Oh, okay.
We don't know how large the hat is. It could be a fascinator, but it's not made out of cheese. Don't you know you can fascinate a woman with a piece of cheese? I mean, you can fascinate me too. I love cheese.
Cheese is good. Cheese can be excellent. Or terrible.
Yeah. Depending on the cheese. And how much of it you have.
Indeed.
Let's just say I was stopped up like a dam after the meetup. God, there was so much nice cheese.
Well, that's why you eat fiber. Cheese fiber.
Apples! I do love apple anything. Apple juice, apple pie, apples themselves.
You know what you can have apples with?
These prices! No, what?
Cheese.
Cheese! Yes, brilliant. How very French. Yep. No, Tex launched around a dozen of those wheels of cheese at the meetup, and it was like there was cheese for everyone. Sheogorath's prophecy was fulfilled.
Cheese for everyone. That sounds like a pretty cheesy meetup.
Yes. I once filled a hole with clowns, or was it clouds? That started to stink after. Yeah, it was clowns. Clouds taste of butter and tears.
How clouds taste of water?
Well, ask Sheogorath.
No, Shigura sounds like a nerd.
Marvelous
Massive
time.
nerd. What time is it? 3 minutes left. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we'll stop here for the stream. I'll probably keep this going at some point. Can I save? I can save this and pick this up next time. Aha! Look at that, chat.
Indeed.
Okay.
Oh.
And so we are here, chat, with 2 minutes left to go, and we will have ourselves a puzzle pulsar coming up soon. TM. Soon.
And then remember to stay tuned after that for streams with me and later on with Hals.
Indeed, there shall be a stormy storm doing storm things.
Storm Wars.
Storm Wars.
Episode 5, The Haunts Menace.
And then after that, we shall have a Halzakar doing the wrestle. He'll probably get frazzled with the support, which is always funny. So, take care, have fun, and we'll see you later.
Fare thee well.